our Match Day -2 press conference. We're going to start with Vanessa DiBernardo. Anyone on the Zoom, please use the raise your hand function or put your questions in the chat. But we're going to start in the room. So who would like to kick it off for us?
Sure, I'll kick
Go
it
for
off.
it, PJ.
Obviously, your first couple of games back, just take us through the first moments of coming back on the pitch for the first time, and then what's it been like since?
Yeah, it's been nice. It was a long road, out for a while, but I felt ready. I felt prepared. It's just been nice to get back with the team and kind of back in the environment and just kind of back on the field. So it's been good.
Yeah. First of all, congratulations. I think we.
Thank you.
I think we said that before.
I'm sure you have.
What was the process like of having Charlie in January and then working your way back to the pitch?
Yeah, I mean, the beginning is just kind of spending time with her. And then once I'm kind of back into the environment, everyone's journey is going to be a little different. Everyone's birth is going to be different. So you kind of just listen to the player and listen to their body and just kind of go at their own pace. And they did great here, and we worked together and just kind of back into the return to play process of just getting my strength back, my fitness back, ball work back, and I felt really ready once I got into team environment and team trainings. So credit to our medical staff and just working together. It was a great process.
Sounds like the birth process and everything was smooth for you then.
Yeah, the return to play, working with our physical therapist, he was great. So it was a good process for me, which I'm thankful for.
How much do you think it helped having your own facilities, your own everything here in Kansas City?
Yeah, I think if you have a good medical team, it's huge. I think Luke has been great just listening to kind of us. We know our bodies super well, and he knows that. So I think just having that relationship, if you guys can trust each other, I think that's huge. And for me, I think just working together was huge.
Have you talked to other moms around the league? Is there?
Yeah, I think it's kind of now the process. There's a lot of mothers returning. Everyone's journey is going to be different. I think whether it's a natural birth, C-section, those things are just going to impact how you return. And it was funny, a few years ago, I talked to one of my teammates who was returning, and she's like, my body actually feels so much better. And I was like, no way. But I feel the same. So my body feels great, and I think just some time off is different for us. We don't really get that amount of time off to be able to kind of rehab your whole body, and that's kind of what I did. And so I'm just grateful to kind of have that experience go so well.
I know you talked a little bit about how it felt to get back to the game, but could you kind of describe some of those emotions you felt like getting onto the pitch for the first time and leading up to that as well?
Yeah, it was nice. It was an away game, so that was a little different, but it was nice to have Charlie and my husband there. So it was special, but I mean, we weren't winning, so that is another. It's kind of like highs and lows, but that's kind of been the whole journey, highs and lows. So I took that time and made sure to get some pictures to remember it, and yeah, it was special.
Yeah, is having Charlie in the crowd something that, is that something that you've always kind of dreamed of, having your own child watch you play? It's kind of surreal.
Yeah, it is. I think when I started in this league, it was very different. It was kind of, if you wanted to start a family, you retired. And I think the past few years, we've kind of grown into that, and we're capable of doing both. And I think when you have the support system, you need the support system to be able to do that. And I think I'm fortunate to have a great support system. My teammates have been great. Just bringing her on the road, it's nice to kind of just have a human aspect to it. So I'm very fortunate to be able to bring her into the environment and kind of surround her with such empowering women. So that's great.
Is the plan to keep the family going the whole game? I think when Sophia Wilson came, she had a whole entourage. So is that kind of your future? Do you see that?
Yeah, my entourage probably is as big as hers.
Right, of course.
But it is amazing to be able to. My husband won't be able to travel for all the games just because he has his own job. But when it does line up, it's nice to kind of be able to do it together and just have her on the road. I don't think it'll be every game, but game by game situations, and just here at home, having her at the games that she can be at. So it's nice to have that.
I think.
I just got two from Tom, so whenever you feel it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think some folks, like, you know, when some mothers come back in any sport, they think they show a new energy, maybe some big mama strength. Is that something that you felt so far of, just like, I guess, of her empowering you, or just of motherhood just empowering you in a different way?
Yeah, I think your thought on life is just different, and I think a lot about her and how I can be a good role model for her. So when one day she can kind of learn about she doesn't remember it, obviously, but I want to be able to kind of share it with her and kind of just show that she can do what she wants to do, and to dream, and to not really let thoughts or outside noise stop her from doing that. And I think that's what's been great with these past few years in this league. I think so many women who want to start families feel comfortable to be able to do that. And I think it's just, we're changing the narrative that you can come back and still be as good as you were and still be able to do both. So that's kind of what I want her to take away from all of this.
Did you want to say if you had a natural birth or a C-section?
I had a C-section, so yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to combine these from Tom personally, Shea Butter FC. Thoughts on the last couple of games and also the matchup against Boston?
Yeah, the last couple games were tough. I think coming back and fighting to get back into the last game was good, but a tough, I think, ending to the game. But it's a good learning experience for us, and I think when we're at home, we have to use that energy that we get, and I think that was super valuable for us to have the crowd, especially in the second half, kind of pushing us through that game. What was the other question?
Thoughts on Boston?
Oh, yeah. Boston. Yeah, they're a great team. I feel like a lot of their games have been super close. So they're always in the fight. They're very aggressive. And so I think just kind of managing that throughout the game and knowing that they keep games close, and us just kind of staying stable throughout the whole game is going to be important.
Yeah, I think it's the first time we talked to you since
Yeah.
Chris has taken over too. Because I think it's been a while. Yeah. So just what's it like coming back, and then was there already a process of understanding what he wants before you returned to the pitch?
Yeah, I think for me it's always kind of hard to jump in the middle of a season and kind of just jump into what's been going on. I miss preseason, which is, with a new coach, I think super important. So I've kind of just been trying to just take as much as I can in team meetings and really learn his style. So it's been, I think, a little bit of a process for me, but the more I'm involved in the environment and with the team and in the meetings, the more I'm understanding and kind of able to just transition into it.
Sorry, I got to wrap with that one.
Yeah,
Thank you
that's
so
fine.
much.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I know.
Didn't realize the perspective some of
All right,
you
everyone,
have.
welcome back. We're here with head coach Chris Armas. Use the raise your hand function or drop a note in the chat if you guys have any
All right.
questions. But we're going to start in the room with whoever wants to go.
Go for it. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, obviously Vanessa coming back in the past few games. We've spoken about her a few times, but just getting her back, what's been the process of working her back, and how do you see her in the lineup right now?
Well, Charlie May, her daughter, we've had her on a road trip recently. What a joy it is to see this dynamic in a team and how everyone has embraced this child, so it's really cool, for all of us, but then for Vanessa, I think it's really awesome to see how she has pushed the boundaries a bit, and got herself back, and she's really diligent to do so. And then all that I've heard about her ability to calm things down, her intelligence on the ball, her intelligence when we don't have the ball, her just the experience and maturity she plays with is great to have her back into the team. So thrilled for her and really happy for us that we have another player that's really reliable for us.
You talk about that road trip with Charlie. Just can you describe what that was like of just seeing her out and just seeing her interact with the whole team?
Yeah, it just brings a certain additional energy to the mix, and I think it just is a nice reminder of what the game brings so much demand and stress to sometimes to players, and it's just a nice dynamic that just is a good reminder about life and just the realities sometimes, and now what's possible. So yeah, just imagine a baby around, like we're all taking turns. Can we hold her a little bit, and brings some of us back to when our own kids were really small. But try to put myself in their shoes, and it's all the time. But in that moment, it's just really. I think it's an interesting dynamic. I like it, and because I do think it adds something really special to the group.
Obviously a pretty unique part of the women's game. But how do you keep those lines of communication open through, your hiring and preseason when she wasn't able to be around?
Yeah, well, I had spoken to every single player straight away when I got hired. And when I spoke to her, I knew exactly where she was at, and it was on the cusp, maybe a month out. I think I spoke to her in December. And then she was targeting a January delivery, I believe it was, and just about, it's going to be about her timelines and her comfort levels, and we are here for her. And then it was really just about getting to know her as a person a bit on that call. But I always operate from a place of it's about the people first and that person behind that superstar athlete, and that was just another one of those moments. So. And then all of us getting on the journey with her, and we still are.
Off of that, when she was cleared to be able to come back and play, kind of how did that communication and that relationship kind of blossom more than when you were able to actually watch her compete in person?
Yeah, it was first about not pushing it too fast. That again, medical had the big say, of course, and performance, but medical. And then her, that it was going to be about, hey, at your timeline, we weren't going to be the ones pushing the envelope too fast with this, especially it had to be her comfort level. So that was it. I mean, then all of a sudden when she starts training with us, and it was very, very strategic and calculated and measured. And I know she just wanted to get out there and play, but it was, just incrementally passing patterns and touching the ball, and then a little bit more, and then a little bit more, and then then I get to know her a bit differently as a player, and you get to see then all of a sudden with some opposition how calm she is in the game. And for me, it's a quality we need on this team, because we're like transition, we want to go, and she actually still wants to go, but has this I think just a real ease about the game. The game comes easy to some players. For her, it actually does. So it's been great that the relationship continues to grow then, because I know her now more as a player.
Got time for like one more from you, PJ, and then I'll wrap with Tom.
Okay. Yeah, just going into Boston, just you talked about using her more in the lineup, especially with Tim Wild coming out. Just what's the process of making the squad, pushing them to be better along these next few weeks? Yeah, listen, it's the internal competition grows in our team and it gets stronger, and that's a good thing. And we have that in different positions, in the middle of the field, in the back line. There'll be some different ways we can use players depending on even now different matchups. But as the season goes on, this is important that we get everyone involved. Freshness now, freshness hopefully at the end of the season, health at the end of the season, where we want to just be at our best. So, yeah, listen, it's gonna that idea of iron sharpening iron, right? That's real in this business, and all of a sudden the standards in training, the level of training, the intensity of training, the competition drives that, and that's a lot. Oftentimes we try to put in an environment that fosters that, but the players inevitably will keep pushing each other in a really healthy way. We have a nice group, but yeah, that pays dividends. But that's always as much as coaches want to push that level, you have to get the right players that actually challenge the level. They're the ones that raise the level, and I'm trying to now put that into practice and create scenarios and an environment that happens, but healthy, talented players, that takes care of itself.
Cool. Well, kind of along those same lines, last question from Tom Persley. How will player availability through either the international duty or injury impact the tactical planning for this match?
Yeah, listen, I believe that we all know that when Tem was here or not here, it can change a bit about some of how we approach things in that part of the field. But oftentimes it's because we're reacting to what other teams do because Tem was out there. And oftentimes we see how they deal with that. I'm not going to go into it, but for me, it's pretty clear how they try to manage that situation. And I think teams are getting better at how to counteract Temois. So from our standpoint, we've tried to develop a way of playing and attacking that can be dangerous when Temois is here and dangerous if we don't have her here. That our principles can still be in place and that we can put different players in that position that help, that we don't have to change so much of what we're trying to achieve. And each player has a superpower, and Temois is Temois. Like, we're not trying to say, hey, do it like Temois, because she's very, very special. But we, early on in the year, didn't have Temois, and it was good for us. At the time, probably not, but we knew it could pay dividends for us, because we want to be able to be not reliant on one player. So this will be great for other players to get opportunity. And yeah, international call-ups, that's good for the player, but now it gives us a chance to test ourselves, and I'm excited to see how it all plays out.
Perfect. Coach, thank you so much.
Awesome.
Guys, thank
All
you
right,
so
guys.
much.